are going to get started shortly. Well, we'll get started now. Teachers who are in classrooms with students, are we all here for the most part?
I think we are.
I'm seeing, let me see who's in here. All right, I see some more joining. We'll get started in like 1 minute. Give it till 1:31.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but the time on the clock up there is not the same as the time on your computers.
All right, so in the interest of time, let's get started. Welcome, good afternoon. Welcome to your afternoon session on the College Bound program here at Glow. And I know that I am talking to several screens full of sixth grade students who are either here on campus or at home, right? Thumbs up if I'm right. I don't see any thumbs up. Yeah, reminder if you can put yourself on mute so we can minimize the echo. So Lynn, if you can put yourself on mute. Okay, is that better? All righty. So I'll say that again just to make sure everyone can hear me. I am welcoming you all to your afternoon session on the College Bound program here at Glow, and I'm talking to several screens of sixth grade girls here on campus and at home. And so we're going to be talking about our College Bound program here at school, and we'll talk a little bit more in a moment about what that actually means. Because I know for some of you that might be a new idea to think about. What does it mean to be college bound or to know and be planning to go to college even at sixth grade? So we'll talk about what that means here at Glow. But before we do so, I wanted to introduce myself. So my name is Jaleese Hadley, but everyone here at Glow calls me Miss Jaleese, so that's what you can call me. I am the Director of College Access here at Glow. That means that's my title. That's what I tell the other adults I do here. But for you all as students, you can refer to me as your college counselor. So if you're ever introducing me to a parent or describing who I am to someone who doesn't know me, you can say, this is Miss Jaleese and she is my college counselor. Another thing I wanted to share with you all about me is that I have a couple secret talents, one of which you can see up on the screen and one you can't. The one you can't see is that I can speak German. I learned it in college and lived in Germany for a year. And I really love and am pretty good at decorating some really fun looking cakes like the one you see here that's shaped like a toboggan or like a winter hat. So that's a little bit about me, and I look forward to whenever we get to meet in person, learning more about each of you and sharing more of myself. But as interesting as I am, we're here to talk about College Bound at Glow. So what is College Bound? So at our school, the College Bound program is one that encompasses all the things you see in front of you. So you'll see words like programs and trips and resume and leadership and financial aid, which is broken up into two words for some reason, and college and jobs and discovery. And so the College Bound program brings all of these different words and ideas together. And our goal is to work with you as students from sixth grade all the way to 12th grade to prepare to go to college or whatever you'll do after you leave Glow Academy. Because as you all have probably heard already, Our mission here is that you will graduate, go to college, and succeed in life. So part of my job is to help you figure out that go to college piece, and so that you'll know how you'll succeed in life. I'll talk a little bit about some of the elements of this program that you'll get to participate in the 6th grade in just a moment. So that moment is now. In the 6th grade, I have listed here some of the activities that you would participate in our traditional college-bound program. So first and foremost, you'll have the opportunity in your advisory classes to talk about some of the skills that you'll need to build in order to be ready to go to college in the next 6 years. You'll have opportunities to talk about what it is you think you might want to study when you go to college, what career you think you might want to do when you're older. You'll get the opportunity to work on building your voice and talking about yourself and talking about the things you like, figuring out who you are, right? So those are all the things that you'll do in advisory, and part of my job is to help your advisory teachers create a fun and interesting experience for you in your advisory classes. Sometimes I will even visit your advisory classes to talk with you about colleges and to talk with you about skills that we need to be building and things like that. One of the most fun things we do in 6th grade in the College Bound program, Miss McMillan Battle, do you have a question? If you have a question, you can throw it in the chat. And I'm sorry, I should have said that. If as I'm talking, if you have any questions for me or something you just don't want to forget, you can put it in our Google chat and we will circle back to those. But let me get back on track. So one of the most fun things we do, even in 6th grade with the College Bound program, is we go on college visits, and you'll get the opportunity to visit a college at least once a year, every year that you're at GLOW. You'll see to the side of the words on this slide that that you'll see a logo for the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. And traditionally here at GLOW, our 6th graders always visit UNCW. And we visit it in a really fun way where we get to run around campus, meeting students and people who work there and learning about the campus by interviewing them. And it's a lot of fun. And then we also have lunch on campus. Another program that we do through the College Bound program here at GLOW is our Career Day program, which we call Cool Women, Hot Jobs. We bring a bunch of professional women and sometimes a few guys onto campus to talk with you all about what they do every day for work and how they got to where they are. I mean, you have the opportunity to ask them questions. We've brought in people, everyone from veterinarians and nurses to lawyers, to people who get to play on Facebook every day for their work, and everything in between. So that's a fun thing that we do through our College Bound program. And then also we have summer opportunities. So we help students to find summer programs, sometimes that are just fun and something to do with your time in the summer, and sometimes that are academic. So for example, I have a student that I worked with to apply for, and she received the scholarship to attend a quantum computing camp, which sounds really complicated. And she got to learn from professors from a really prestigious school called MIT this summer. And so that's something that I help our students do. And finally, even in 6th grade, you may have opportunities for leadership on campus. One of the big ways that I work with our students and give them an opportunity for leadership is through our Cool Women Hot Jobs program. So I work with students even as young as 6th grade to help be leaders on campus and show our guests what all our campus has to offer, how to get from place to place, and they represent our school community. So those are just some examples of things that we do through the College Bound program and how you may interact with me this year. Now, I'm going to cycle through a couple of these because these are for other grades, but I'll let you peek at them. As you can see, just looking through, our College Bound program looks similar for other grades, but every year as you get older here at GLOW, the opportunities that you have with the College Bound program will increase. And then ultimately, when you're in 11th and 12th grade, which is a far way off, we understand, you'll work really closely with me to actually apply to college and figure out also how you're gonna pay for it. But that's later. For now, we just get to have fun discovering schools and learning about ourselves and figuring out what we like. Now, The College Bound program in now, where we're going to school online, is obviously going to look a little different. What we hope to do this year is still have opportunities for you to explore topics around college readiness, around who you are, your identity, and also just learning about what colleges are out there. And we hope, if we're not able to come back to school in person soon, that we will be able to do a virtual college trip. So I'm organizing some virtual opportunities, but my hope is that by the end of this year, we're able to come back to school and we can actually do an on-campus visit. Time will tell. So that's why it says here on the slide, stay tuned, because right now we are trying to figure out what is possible in a virtual world. So we'll get really creative about what programs we run, and there may be some that are virtual, but if we can come back to school safely and we are able to visit other schools safely, then my goal is that we will get on campus this year, and likely UNCW's campus. So before we move into our final discussion, tell me, what questions do you have for me? So I'm going to switch over and see if there are any questions that have ended up in the chat. Nope, I don't see any questions. If you do have any questions that have come up for you or come up, teachers in your classroom, just you can unmute and ask, or you can put it in the chat.
Do you know about clubs?
Do I know about clubs? Do you have a specific question about clubs?
Yeah, like I have a whole idea. I'm wondering if I could make my own club.
The short answer to that is yes. One of the great things about going to a small school like Glow is that if you have an idea, you have plenty of adults and other students on campus who are definitely willing to listen to your idea and see if there's a way that we can make it happen on campus. Now, what clubs will look like for us through GVA, we will definitely be sharing more information about what we can do. But right now, we're just trying to get everyone online and figuring out how to get in all their classes and get that stuff straight first. But stay tuned for more information about clubs. And if you do have an idea, I'd encourage you to think it through and start writing down what your idea is around a club that you want to see on campus.
So the idea I was having about was like, I just got a new interest about mythical animals. So I was going to do a club where we could study like the mythical animals that people in the past have made up. And how they have evolved today.
So have you, Samantha, have you written down any of these ideas?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Do you know who your advisor is?
Advisor?
Yes, your advisory teacher.
No, ma'am.
We have to figure out who your leadership advisory teacher is. And this would be a great way for you to introduce yourself to him or her and say, hi, my name's Samantha. I'm really excited to be in your leadership advisory class. And I have a cool idea. So we have to figure out who your leadership advisory teacher is.
I know who that.
Uh-oh, you went on mute.
I just can't think of her name. I'm going
to write your name down and look up who your leadership advisory teacher is, and I'm going to send you an email. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Well, that's okay. I know that in our time together over the next several years, there will be plenty of questions that come up for you all about the college process, but also about school. So I'm here for you. The last thing I'd love to have you do, and I'll be honest, for those of you at home, this might be a little difficult, but for those of you in the classrooms, I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk together and to ask your teachers some questions. So I'm going to Uh-oh, there it is. I want you to take some time and I want you to have a discussion if you're in the classroom. And students who are at home and are participating at home, I want you to think through these questions. And if you have some pen and paper or pencil and paper, write down some answers to the questions here. So the questions are, why do you think we have a college-bound program here at GLOW? Why do you think, wait, sorry, I can't even read the thing that I wrote down. Why do you think we should start doing the activities that I've listed in middle school instead of in 11th grade when you might be traditionally applying to college? Why start early? What are you most looking forward to doing in the college-bound program here at GLOW? And what colleges would you like to learn more about? Or what colleges have you heard of? And discuss that. Teachers, if it is helpful, I can share this presentation with you so you can cycle back through it if students have questions about what I talked about earlier. You just have to give me a moment. I'm going to put the link in the chat box, and I will change the permissions so that anyone with the link can use it. And if more questions come up that need an answer from me, from your discussions, please feel free to reach out and ask, and I will get back in touch with you via email. And my email address is in the chat box. I'm going to put it right now. Thank you, ladies, for your time and attention, and hope you have a really great rest of your afternoon.